Okay, so we're gonna do things a little bit different, guys. What I want to do is I want to start implementing what's called an L10 meeting agenda. This is from a system called EOS, which is Entrepreneur Operating System. This is a system that Jason and I have been coached on by our business coaches. This is what we follow in our business. And essentially what it is, it's just a format of how you have a structured meeting. And it's designed to keep you on track, keep the conversation on track, hit certain things that we got to talk about every single week. It's something that you could do as a group or even on your own. You can have your own meeting with yourself, but by following this format, it ensures you kind of hit the most important parts of what you should be tracking and monitoring on a weekly basis in your business, right? So I'm going to go ahead and kind of go over the document with you guys, and then we'll kick off into the meeting really quick. Let me share this, and then I'll share this document with you guys in case you guys want to print it out or use it on your own. Okay, so L10, pretty simple. First thing we'll do is like a kind of an icebreaker, positive focus, where we'll kind of go around the room and just kind of hear what everyone's up to, highlight a win or a highlight from this past week. Then we're going to go into immediately a scorecard review. So where are you at with your monthly and quarterly goals? Are you on track? Are you on pace? Is there anything that's off track for you that maybe we got to talk about? And then we're going to do a quarterly rock check-in. Some of you guys may have certain focus areas that you're working on for the quarter. If not, we'll go into how to pick a rock or a certain project or certain focus area for the quarter. Then we'll go through a top 3 client pipeline. Who are your top 3 clients? What's the next clear step to move them forward? And then we'll spend some time with any issues, any challenges, any problems that we'll discuss as a group. And then last but not least, we'll end the meeting with 1 to 2 clear action items that you got to take this next week. And so what this does, guys, this allows us to have a really structured meeting so that, you know, the conversations just kind of don't go wild and go all over the place. And it touches on probably the most important parts of your business, which is your goals, your projects, your top 3 clients, any challenges you're having, and then clear-cut instructions on what we got to do to move forward. Does that make sense, guys? Any questions about the structure, clarification, or anything? Okay, excellent. So let's kick it off, guys. Let's just quickly go around the room. I want to highlight from everybody. It doesn't have to be long. It could be something, a positive focus, anything that you feel good about today, personal, business, anything like that. Who wants to go first? Just unmute yourself. Janki, talk to me.
Super excited of making it to the office. Day 1 at office. So excited about that. And then just signed my first 3 BRBCs with PRG. So excited about that as well.
Let's go. Oh, all right.
Nice.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Good stuff. All right. Who's next? Talk to me. Why don't I just call on you? Because then that'll probably be easier. I'm just going to go down the order. Shri, are you able to talk?
Hey, Enrique. Hi, everyone. All good. We have a close today. Might be that's the positive news for me and Ameya today.
Closing a deal today.
On record. Yeah, we just got on record.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome stuff, guys. Congratulations. Closing today. Let's go. All right. Let's keep it moving. What do you got? Ameya?
Hey all, yes, as Sri said, yeah, have closing today, had some positive news this week, had 2 closings this week, so good, all good.
2 closings. Not 1, but 2. All right. All right. Mark, what do you got, brother?
Right now, my life seems to be leaning towards a lot of personal stuff. Last night, I had our first parents meeting with Kaiser. So that was like a long seminar for all these new parents in the area. And that was very overwhelming as things are starting to like settle in that my wife is pretty much at any minute going to be giving birth.
Shoot.
Bring business cards.
Oh. But
Change of life. Good time to move.
Yeah, there's going to be future seminars, so I kind of think that would be a great way to network with other parents in the area or coming soon to be parents.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
awesome, man.
enjoy
Congratulations.
it, Mark.
Enjoy
Enjoy
it.
it as much as you can.
Trying to get sleep while I can.
Yes.
Get sleep. You'll figure it
That's
out,
not gonna
man.
happen.
Yeah.
You'll be all right. You're a smart guy. Lean on the people around you. Ask questions. It's like real estate, man. You never know what you're gonna get each day.
Mhm.
No, it's not.
But after a while, you kind of figure it out, right? That's weird how it's similar, right? Awesome, man. Well, we're happy for you and excited.
Yes.
Patrick, what do you got, brother? Talk to me.
I have 3 of my buyers already pre-approved or confirmed pre-approvals, so I'm just finding their house so we can get into contract soon.
Let's go. Let's go. How's the house?
It's a lot. It's a lot of work.
A lot of
But it's-
work.
Yeah, and our water heater just blew out, so I'm waiting for that to be repaired.
Oh shit. Okay.
Home ownership.
Yeah, home ownership. Welcome. Good stuff. Blanca, what do you got?
Well, kudos to Patrick. We closed our home light deal last week on Friday, which was pretty exciting. We weren't sure what to expect. It was a little nerve-wracking at the beginning with their timeline and crunches and whatnot, but we exceeded. We were able to pull it together and close on time and have the home listed we went over 1 day and it wasn't a big deal. So the clients are very happy. Our client throughout the whole process was very, what's the word, Patrick? Non-emotionless, or I don't know what to say, but at the end, it was very nice. They want to meet us today, so we're going to come out and meet them, and they're very happy. And he showed some emotion at the end. Wife is very happy. The boys are happy. It was a very good experience overall. Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good job on that, guys. I know that was a new learning experience, definitely, right? But now we can take from it and now apply it going forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff. John, what do you got? John hasn't went.
I have, well, I've got that closing tomorrow for that we went under contract on Monday. I'm gonna milk that one every time as long as I can. And I submitted an offer for another client this morning.
Let's go, man. So awesome to see that. So awesome to see you building
On fire.
momentum and being on fire, man. Yeah, super pumped for you guys. That's gonna be probably the record. You got the lead on Saturday, submitted the offer by Monday, closing on Friday. Right?
Yeah.
Like that fast, right? Like that's probably the record for fastest lead to closing with the Zillow Flex opportunity, right? So for the people out there saying Zillow Flex doesn't work, blah blah blah, like I saw someone post a video. I'm not going to say who, but they made a video dissing Zillow Flex, like oh, you closed a deal with Zillow Flex, you showed 100 doors, here's your paycheck, and the girl's like, what's this? And then they rip it up and they're like trying to promote, their team or whatever. Some of you guys probably saw it, but I'm like, people just don't realize like what the opportunity really is and how it really works, right? Like if all you do is Zillow Flex, yeah, you got to pay Zillow, right? But if you really know how to use Zillow Flex as a tool and use that to build your business and build your online reviews and get more clients, I mean, Zillow, it's a huge tool if you know how to use it the right way, right? So
Right.
that's all I'm going to say. So good job, man. I like seeing that because it just further proves why we still have Zillow as part of our business, but it's not the only part of our business, right? So I think that's the main thing to take away. Still got to go out there and generate our own leads. Okay, let's talk about goals, guys. So what I want everybody to do, if you can, either write down or take some inventory right now, and then we can kind of go around and discuss. So let's take a couple minutes right now for us to write. And the two things I'm looking for is, are you on pace with your monthly and quarterly goal, right? Everyone has some goals of how many deals or closings they wanted to do for the quarter, right? And then we break that up into monthly, right? So first month of the quarter is pretty much going to be over in a week, right? So where are we at in terms of our quarterly goal for Q4? And are we on pace based off what's happening in the month of October, right? So I want you guys to write that down somewhere. And then the next thing I want you guys to write down is there anything that is off track, right? Like if you're not on your goal, right? If you're on your goal, then like keep doing what you're doing. That's what I'm going to say. But if you're not on your goal or you're having a little bit of trouble, what do you think it is, right? This is where we want to create some self-awareness. What do you think it is, right? Is there a certain thing that you think is, not allowing you to move forward? It could be, I don't know, lead follow-up. It could be, opportunities. It could be focus. I don't know, right? This is where you're taking inventory of yourself. So let's sit with that for a couple minutes, and then we'll kind of go around the room really quick and just kind of take some inventory. All right, if anybody's ready to share, we'll just do a quick share. And for sake of time, I just want to know what's your goal for the quarter and where are you at currently? What's your goal? And is there anything that either you feel is really working for you, or if there's anything that's maybe off track that okay, I got to step it up in this area and so forth, right? So just quick inventory. John, talk to me.
Okay, I had a closing last week, one tomorrow, one next week. My goal for the quarter was 5, so I'm ahead. If I get this one today, then I'm almost there, so I need to readjust. I need more listings, or I need a listing. I don't need more. That's what I want to focus on a little bit more. This closing tomorrow, they do have a home to sell. We haven't even discussed it yet because everything's been so fast. I didn't want to.
He's ready to party.
Sorry. Oh,
What?
Go ahead.
No. No, I need to work on some follow-up though, because it's like the pipeline's starting to dry up a little bit with everyone kind of popping at the same time. So it's like you talked a couple weeks ago, I need to develop more of a pipeline mentality instead of a transaction mentality. And in the past, you have a couple things in escrow, you kind of take your foot off the gas, especially going into holidays, but you can't let that happen. So I just need to keep the focus going.
Okay. Awesome, man. I mean, it sounds like it's clear, right? I mean, you're doing awesome for your goal. If your goal is 5 and you're already at 3, potentially 4, you're almost hitting your goal, right? So I definitely agree. Readjust, keep, so you can keep the throttle, keep pushing, and you just explain what you need to focus on, right? So it's kind of clear. There's a few things there that you got to focus on, and that'll kind of lead into when we talk about rocks on the next one. Okay. Who's next, guys?
I'll go.
Blanca, talk to me.
So my quarterly goal is 6. I'm at 2. On pace. A lot of stuff in the works. 2 hot buyers that we're constantly showing and writing offers on. I have 2 listings coming up. One's going live. So I feel like with me, it's more just zoning them in and getting them in contract. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
just keep pushing them forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Great. All right. Who wants to go next? Where are you at? I'm gonna go Patrick. Junkie. All right, you raise your hand first. Go.
And that's okay. Just want to make sure that I'm completely grounded with all the tech and tools and have a good flow going
Okay.
the next couple of weeks. But as far as like the quarter goes, ideally I would like 3 to 5. I don't know if I'm being too ambitious, but we'll see where I land. With the looks of it, hoping that I'm confident about 2 of them. If things go well with pre-approvals and such. But yeah, hoping to hit 3 to 5 by December.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
So I know you're kind of starting over, right? Since you just joined us, you're starting to rebuild the pipe and stuff like that, which is that's where you're at. So I think some advice to you is I would just pick a number, right? And maybe focus on 3. It's easier to hit 3 before you hit 5, right? So I would say
Okay.
3 is a solid goal. There's plenty of time to get 3 deals in contract, within the next couple months.
Yeah.
So it'd be great for you to focus on 3, and then you hit those 3 and you're like, hey, I'm going to squeeze out a couple more before the end of the year. And so I
Okay.
think that's my advice to you. I would pick the 3 and then just really focus on what do I need to do to get those 3, right? Whether that's lead follow-up, whatever that might be, to start getting those opportunities
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
generate some more hot clients.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Patrick, talk to me.
Transparently, not on my goal. I was pushing, my closing goal for this quarter is 6, 2 per month. I wasn't pushing my buyers hard enough to get pre-approved faster after our initial meeting. And I felt like we could have been in contract already since they missed out on putting an offer, since one of the documents wasn't verified by an underwriter on their end. So now we're just looking for another property for them to submit on. I also need to follow up on my pipeline as well, even more. I do have a bunch of timelines for all my current buyers that I've talked through within my contacts, but majority of them are actually purchasing within the next quarter. So that's the hiccup there. And then now that the holidays are coming in, with me conversing about like PRG and like our event, I'm asking my sphere now for more referrals, and I'm posting more on social, especially LinkedIn as well.
Good stuff. Okay.
But,
So where are you at? So your goal was 6. So where are you at so far? Because you guys just closed something, right? You just closed a couple.
yeah, I believe for this one is just 1 for this month.
Okay. Because the other one's king last month. Okay. So you're
Yeah.
at 1 out of 6, right? So 1 out of 6. I mean, if you really push hard, can you get 5 more deals in the next two months? 2 months and a week. You can. You can definitely. It's gonna be it's gonna require you to push though, right? And so what I would do right now is I would say, okay, am I committed to getting those next 5 deals? Whether it's just even if it's just getting them under contract and maybe one rolls over or whatever to the next year, or do you say, hey, let me reassess my goal? Maybe if that's too ambitious, then maybe I say, okay, I'm going to shoot for 3 or 4. And I think that's something that you got to decide. But keep your eye on the prize, right? Because I know you can do it. You just got to really decide and commit to what it is that you want. It sounds like you kind of know what you got to do. But my ask for you is get clear on what the goal is going to be, right? Are we keeping the 6 goal or are we adjusting that? Think about that and then let us know later. Okay. Mark, talk to me.
My goal was 6 deals this quarter. I have 1 in contract that's closing next week, which is my listing in San Jose. So I'm a little bit behind, but I do have 2 listings that are signed that are going to be coming to the market soon. So that'll hopefully be another 2 deals. And one of them's a sell to buy. So that's 3 transactions. And then I'm working with another 3 hot buyers. So I have plenty in my pipeline right now to kind of hit my goal. I think it's just juggling my next few months and with, my changes that are going to be going on. So,
yeah. Okay. I mean, you have enough in the pipe to hit that goal, man. So, but also keep in mind, you're going to have a baby coming soon, right? So it's okay if like things need to be readjusted a little bit so that you don't have this crazy pressure and that you can, make sure you're present, right? Because that's going to require a lot out of you.
yeah.
And so don't be afraid of like, hey guys, let's just be realistic, on what's going to happen. Because we have to make it all work, right? Like it's not just business, it's also making your life work, right? And making sure all the pieces of the puzzle are gelling well together.
Mm-hmm.
And so think about that as well. Just like I told Patrick, right? You got plenty in the pipe, but think about how much pressure do you want to put on yourself at this time in your life, right? Because the business is always going to be here, right? But your child delivery only comes one time, right? So yeah, think about that. Good stuff though. I'm glad you're thinking about it. All right, who else? Amaya or Shri? Who wants to go? Amaya.
I can go. So my goal is 3 for this quarter. My yearly goal was 8. I'm at 5. So unfortunately, I had 3 hot buyers. Only 1 is left. 2 are now warm. They are out of market, but I will try to push them back in the market. But yes, trying to achieve my yearly goal more than in the remaining 2 months of November, December.
Okay, so your goal was 3, but do you have any for the quarter?
Yeah, so this quarter is 3.
Okay, you just closed one, right? So that's 1 out of 3
No,
closed.
that is reset. Like I want to close 3 more this quarter.
3 more.
October,
Okay.
November, December. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had
So what do
3
you need to
buyers.
do then? What do you need to do
I
to
need
get
I
on
need
track?
more hot leads, or I need to convert a warm into hot again. So they were hot, like they were looking at properties pre-approved, BRBC signed and all. But all of a sudden, because of a lot of reasons, they are now again kind of warm.
Okay.
It may happen, but I need more leads. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So just so it's clear, you got to get in front of more people at this point, right? Because if the
Yeah.
one that you did have that was hot, now they're not so hot, that means it's back to lead generation and getting in front of people, whether that's open houses, whether that's your social media, whether that's taking some flex leads, a combination of all three.
Right.
You know, get in front of people, because 3 deals in the next 2 months, that's definitely doable. As long
Sure.
as you're consistently getting in front of people, right?
Yeah.
New people, or following up with people to see if they're hot now, right? People who may have been cold or waiting. Okay, good stuff. Shri, what do you got, brother?
Uh, Enrique, I think this quarter I'm planning to just do 2 deals. I just got back, so I'm trying to catch up with a few of my clients who were hot, but things have changed. There's a lot of things going around in the world. You know that. I don't want to blame them though, but again, as you said, I have to be in front of a lot of people again. I have to generate some new leads. But one good thing, what happened was your Monday message was really motivating, and it made me again go to my phone book and make few calls. I picked up a lead on Monday, my SPIA. So I'm planning to get them pre-approved. They're already talking with the Chase, and they already got for 1.5 mil pre-approval last night, but I'm making them talk to Jason also. So mostly I think I'll start showing them the homes from this weekend. That's one hot lead, and one more hot lead I'm already working and submitting my offers. So 2, then I'll push mostly this quarter total 3 deals.
There we go, man. So just like that, boom, right? Making something happen.
Yeah. Actually, like you said, we need to keep putting us out in our family and friends. Sometimes we might find something for sure.
Yeah. One thing I want to take away from what you just said right now, 2 things. You said the message on Monday was really motivating, and because of that, you started calling your friends and family. You took some action there. So I do want to just compliment you, man. Like you were in the meeting, you heard the message, and you said, boom, take some action. Now that turned into a client, right?
Yeah.
So great job on that. The
Thank
other
you.
thing that I want to point out, and I think we all got to take from this, is that it's up to you, the story that you tell yourself right now with whatever's going on in the world, right? Because there's many ways to look at what's going on. We can look at it in a positive, we can look at it in a negative, but remember, you have to be the one who shapes that narrative for your clients, for your friends, for your family, for your community, right? So it's up to you, the meaning that you're giving to any circumstances that are going on, and what message you're putting out there in spite of what's happening in the world, right?
Yeah.
And so I just want to remind you of that even though there may be some challenges going on in the world, you can still have a different message, right? You can still put out a positive message. You can still connect with people that want to transact, because there are people out there, guys. There are deals closing every day, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't let that put a damper on how you view the real estate market, right? Blanca.
And Shri, you just got back.
Yeah.
You just got back and you're hustling and you're putting in the work. So be patient with yourself. Don't be impatient.
There we
Yes.
go.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Blanca.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Just keep pushing, man. You got
Yes.
this, dude.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, good stuff, guys. I hopefully, like, that's a simple exercise, but what I want you guys to take away is just going to give you clarity on where you stand and what needs to happen to move forward. That's really all it's about, right? Like, sometimes we make our business really, really complicated when it's not that complicated. It's just, what's your pipeline? What do you got to do? What's the next step that I gotta take, right? So hopefully you guys took from that. But all you guys, I don't see anybody in here that's lost. Like, everybody knows what they have to do, where they stand, and so that's the positive about it. Okay, let's talk about quarterly rocks. So quarterly rocks, I want to introduce this to you guys if you guys aren't already doing it. Some of you guys have heard this before, but a quarterly rock is basically what we call rocks is the main business project or focus area for this quarter, right? So think about this in your business. There's a lot of things we want to implement in our business. There's a lot of things we want to add. Maybe we want to get listings. Maybe we want to create a newsletter, whatever that might be. But what we know is that when you try to bite off too many things at the same time, you don't get any of them done, right? So my business coaches have taught me that every quarter you should only have a few things that you're working on. As an organization, as an individual, that might just be one thing that you're working on, right? So like John said, hey, I need to get some listings. So maybe the rest of this quarter, his main focus, aside from closing deals, is I got to get a listing on the board. I got to get a listing on the board so that he can now focus on that, right? Rather than having like 2 or 3 main projects. It's just maybe working on some sort of listing system or listing cadence to get him some opportunity. But some things that you guys can choose from are like build a better follow-up system, launch a monthly newsletter, maybe host so many open houses this quarter. It could be like master my listing presentation, right? It could be master a buyer presentation if you're not already doing that. But remember, in order for you to really master something, you got to go deep with it. And the only way you go deep with something is by just picking 1 or 2 things that you're going to focus on. And so just imagine if every quarter you have one project that you're really committed to that quarter. That's 4 times a month, 4 times a year that you are implementing kind of big projects, 4 things that move the needle forward in your business. Multiply that over the course of several years. Your business could make a complete turn just by getting laser focused on one big thing every single quarter, right? And so I want you guys to think about not what sounds good, but what do you need at this point in your business, right? Like if you were taking a step away, if you were like Shark Tank, you guys ever see Shark Tank, right? When Shark Tank, the guys go up there and present, and then they're just right there, just analyzing the business, and they're giving them like feedback. If you were Mark Cuban, analyzing your business on what it needs right now to move it to the next stage, what would that pillar or rock or focus area be, right? And this might take some time to think about it, right? But maybe we can throw some ideas out there just to kind of get the conversation going. And then I would encourage you guys to really sit down and think about what's the one thing that I can work on over the next couple months that'll move my business forward and set me up for a great, start to 2026. So do any ideas come to mind for you guys?
I feel like I just want to nail down the flex and follow-up process. FUB and flex combination. If I just get that nailed down, then I know that I've built another pillar for myself that I didn't have in the past. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. That's a great one, right? She said she kind of cut out, but she's saying nail down how to use Zillow Flex, right? The follow-up process, the cadence for Zillow Flex, right? Just really get a handle of Zillow Flex, right? I think that's a great thing, right? Because you currently didn't have Zillow Flex before. So now if you were to work the next 2 months, I'm going to focus on really mastering Zillow Flex. Yeah. That's really going to move the needle forward in your business, right? So now you have another pillar of lead generation. Okay, what else you guys got? Throw some ideas out there.
For me, Enrique, it's becoming like a more efficient listing agent. I feel like I've signed several listings, and every single one, it seems like there's constant like this hurdle after hurdle after hurdle just to get it to the market. And then from there, it seems fairly smooth. But yeah, just figuring out how to expedite the process of like getting the property from signing the listing agreement to actually getting it on the market more efficiently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good one. Listings, guys, just in general, listings are challenging, right? Because they all come with their set of challenges, different sellers and stuff like that. So I do want to just make sure you have that asterisk, right? When you're thinking about listings, is in my experience, I've done hundreds and hundreds of listings. I've probably done close to 300 listings in my career. They all got something, just to be honest, right? Once in a while, you get like a really smooth one, but there's always some little thing. So just keep that in mind. But I do think it's now that you've done a few, Mark, take some time to really just kind of analyze your process, right? Sit down and write, okay, what am I missing, or what went wrong in this one? What could have been avoided if I would have done this or that on the next one? And maybe just take some time to reflect on the listings that you got or the listing that you've already done. And I think some things will start to pop out at you of okay, the next time around, I'm going to do it this way, or I'm going to do it that way, or I'm going to set this expectation, or I'm going to ask these questions up front so that I'm not having to find this out later, right? Sometimes it's just stuff like that. But it does take a while. Blanca, would you agree? Like, it does take some time of doing a lot of listings before you kind of can see around the corner, you know, so to say.
Yeah, definitely. And just to emphasize, and I'm sure you're experiencing it, Mark, every listing is going to have a different situation or scenario. And always remember, what are the controllables? What can you control? And maybe just streamline that for every listing. And then whatever pops up is an uncontrollable, because it goes with that particular client or that particular need. So as long as you have everything else pretty much streamlined, what you can control, that'll make it easy. And then whatever pops up for you to tackle, it's just the listing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of got to tackle them as you go. But I think that's a great thing to focus on, Mark, for sure. Especially as you got some more listings coming up. All right. Any more ideas, guys? What do you got? What's the one thing you could work on or implement in the next 2 months that'll elevate your business or move you forward?
So I'm personally working on, I think we need to start branding ourselves, is what I was reading somewhere as a real estate agent. So I'm thinking of, branding more on social media, trying to see some, like, I don't know, to create content using some softwares and all. I don't know how good is it, but I'm just doing that new type of, marketing. Like, I know, Enrique, you would be knowing this more, but that's what I'm planning to focus on. That's a new rock, or what I took it as a challenge. Put yourself more out in social media. I know you say anytime you need to show your face instead of posting the other recorded content. I'm trying to get into that more.
Okay. Excellent. No, I think that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's social media it's your brand, right? But it's everything, right? It's all the things you do. So I think that's great. Any more ideas of how you would do that?
I'm planning to do more I was following few of the Instagrammers. I'm thinking initially when we are going out and showing the homes, and we are only putting those videos. Instead of that, now I'm planning to PK neighborhoods, few neighborhoods like farming. And why don't I go and shoot those videos and start promoting them, right? Like, not going around the Bay Area, but pick a neighborhood like Santa Clara or San Jose, where I stay right now, and kind of like whatever the houses are on the market. I know I don't have an appointment, but if I have a free time, I'll go and shoot those videos of those houses, showing them, and little bit, posting them in the Instagram. That's what I'm thinking, the way I want to do. So that from there, if anyone is interested, they can ping me to promote those videos.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great. One thing with social media is it's not so much how you're going to do it. It's the fact that you are putting yourself out there, right? Whether you choose to do a property video or an educational video or a, whatever, one of your reviews, or I think a lot of that doesn't matter, because remember, like, people only see your stuff really quick and then they scroll.
Yes. Yeah.
The fact that you're always putting yourself out there, that you're always adding and you're always staying top of mind, I think that's more the goal, right? How you do it or what it looks like, I think, is less important, as long as you're putting value out there. As long as what you're saying or what you're putting out there is valuable to people. It doesn't have to look like mine or Blanca's or Amaya's or Mark's. It could look whatever relates to you, but just put yourself out there. I think that's what I would recommend, right?
Sure.
Because there's unlimited ideas. Like that's the thing with the challenge with social media is, if you go look online at what people are doing stuff like all over the place, right? Like, you got the funny guy, you got the serious guy, you got the motivational guy, you got the techie guy, you got the stats guy, like you got, just decide like who is Shri gonna be, right? Like,
Yeah.
what do clients get when they work with me? How do I put more of that out there?
What are the about? Okay.
Right? And then however you decide to do it, just make sure it's you. That's the only thing I would make sure is make sure it's you, and it's coming from what you bring to the table, right?
Yeah. Yes.
We can do a whole training on social media, obviously, but I think that, yeah, man, and think about it. In the beginning, we're first trying to learn, like from an agent's career development. In the beginning, you're first trying to learn how to do deals, right? And then once you do deals, now you're learning how to like establish your presence and establish your brand. So you're like right in line where you've done some transactions already. You've gotten you learned the process already. Now it's like, how do I elevate how I show myself to the world? So I think it's definitely a great opportunity for you, Shri. So I'm excited to see that, man.
Thank you.
All right. What else we got, guys? Amaya, Patrick, Blanca, John, you guys have any ideas?
I can go.
I know this is counterintuitive to me getting more listings, but I need to do more open houses.
Yeah.
I mean, I started them and then I kind of stopped, but I ordered my signs last week. They should be here next week. So I have no excuses anymore. Spent the money.
So open houses are actually a great way to get listings.
No, I know, but
because you meet people, right? You meet people. And so if you want to get listings from open houses, just approach it with that angle, right? So if I wanted to get listings from open houses, I would make sure I door knock all the neighbors. I would make sure I have some marketing material that shows how good of a listing agent I am at the open house, maybe like a seller guide, maybe flyers, samples of our marketing, stuff like that. And then remember, a lot of buyers have a property to sell. So, right, like the home light, you even having a flyer that shows like, hey, this is a program we have, buy before you sell. Indirectly, you're going to get some listing opportunities from there. So I think it's great, man. Go out there and work open houses. I think you'll get listings if you keep working open houses. For sure.
The
Blanca,
neighbor. No, yeah, definitely. We've had neighbors come by who are possibly contemplating, kind of wanting to see what your presentation looks like. So it's a great way to pick up sellers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Blanca, what do you got?
For me, there's two that I really just want to hone in on, and it's definitely building a better follow-up system for me, for my database. I really need to just dial that in. And then the other is continue with the social media. I'm on the challenge. I've been hit off and on, but trying to stay consistent. Videos is like the big thing for me, and it's the one that has the most success of whatever I post. Whenever I've done a video, I've gotten people reach out, comment, and it's the one that gets the most activity, and it's the one that I hate doing the most. So I just need to get over it, and I just need to do it. But it's, that's what it is for me. Those are the two. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to keep pushing you. I mean, since you've entered the challenge, you've posted a lot more. Even if you didn't do it every single day, but if you go look back, you've posted a lot more just in general than you ever have, right? So we're not looking for perfect, right? We're looking for progress.
Yeah.
And so you just got to keep doing it. Keep putting yourself out there, right?
Yeah.
And maybe do it in a way that's fun for you, right? Like if video, this is something you got to think about, right? Maybe on your own, is think about, what is it that I hate about video? And if I could do video in a way that I didn't hate it, what would it be, right? How would I do them, right?
Yeah.
Think about that, because we know video gets engagement, right? We know, like, if you want to get fit, you got to go on a diet, but a lot of times we don't like going on a diet. We want to just eat whatever we want to eat. So how can you do it in a way that's fun for you, right? Like, where you don't hate it. I don't know. That's something you got to think about, right?
Right.
But we already know there's a huge opportunity there. Okay, who else? Who hasn't went yet? Patrick, Maya?
Follow-ups. But also, I've noticed within my neighborhood alone, there's like this bulletin board that people keep looking at. So I want to expose myself within like those grocery stores, like at Whole Foods, where they have like those bulletin boards to post myself out there. I know that there's other realtors on those, so I just want to make sure that I'm also in the line of prospects that they can look at. Yeah, and essentially following up, and maybe a
You know-
newsletter too. That'd be cool.
You know, it'd be really cool since you just moved into your new place recently, is just go introduce yourself to all the people in the neighborhood. Hey, I'm your neighbor. I'm also a realtor. Just want to introduce myself. I'm down the street, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's really like a low, it's an easy way, right? Where it's like, oh, you're the neighbor. Cool, right? People want to know who moved in down the street. But at the same time, you're planting the seed that this is what you do. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there because I think you're already out at your new place, right? You're already out there. I don't know if you have dogs or anything. You're walking your dogs or whatever. Like, that's a perfect opportunity to just start tapping into the neighborhood. And then imagine now you put yourself on the bulletin board. They met you. They see you there. Blah blah blah. And like next thing you know, you're getting some opportunity there, right? So I don't know. I think that could be a good challenge, man, for you to think about. What do you think?
I mean, I already walk my dog there, and people like are stopping on the road saying like, "You're."
Yeah, there you go, right? Like
Yeah.
you're already doing it, so just go out there and just take the next step. Introduce yourself. It's going to be uncomfortable, right? Like going up to a stranger, but hey, that's what we do, and that's what moves the needle forward. So I challenge you down there, Patrick. Amaya, did you go yet? I'm not sure, I don't remember.
No, not yet. I was waiting for others to.
Okay.
So yeah, I was exploring two things, Jason. I'm trying to invest more into Instagram. I already had discussions with professional like marketers who do videos for you.
Mhm.
It's a little expensive, but I feel it's going to get good ROI. And I also had discussions with radio channels. So radio is big. Again, it's also expensive, but so I'm just figuring out what channel is I'm more comfortable and where I can give more value and as well as get leads from.
Yeah, all of those work. I know people who've done radio and Erica and Fidel Carrasco. They've been doing radio for a long time, but it's more to the Hispanic community, and they get a lot of business from radio. I know people who do a lot of social media, right? The only thing I can tell you is that whatever you choose to do, like, I'd rather you pick one of those and go all in with that and go deep with it instead of trying to spread yourself to too many things. So I feel like you've been on a roll with the social media stuff. I haven't seen your videos popping up
Yeah.
on my feed lately. And
Yeah,
so
so planning to change my Instagram strategy. I want to go a little big on Instagram. So that's why I was talking with few marketers.
Mhm.
So the quality and it's very, very different. So I just want to try that once with 3-4 videos and see how it goes before again starting my own. Like I was
Yeah.
doing raw videos. I got a response. It's good. I also converted one lead. Like one of the deals was through Instagram, but I feel I have more potential on Instagram if I invest a little bit more money through a marketer.
So how many deals have you gotten from Instagram since you've been doing all the
I
marketing?
have, yeah, I have around 3 to 4 buyers, but we closed one. So one was like hot, or 1 or 2 are BRBC signed and looking home. So I get DMs, I get responses, but yeah, I converted one till now.
Okay, so here's where I want to challenge you, Amaya. You've only been doing video on Instagram, right? It hasn't been that long. How long has it been?
Maybe 2-3 months. Yeah.
Okay, so think about this, guys, right? Because I think this is important for us to all think about, because if you're thinking about trying stuff, it's only been 2 or 3 months. You've gotten a lot of leads, you've gotten several buyers, and you closed one deal. So to me, I wouldn't change anything. I would just keep doing more of what you're already doing. It's working. It's just you haven't done it long enough to see a significant return yet. But one deal in 2 to 3 months off of a new sort of marketing pillar, especially with Instagram and stuff like that, where a lot of the people you meet are really top of the funnel.
Mhm.
Your results are pretty good, man. But rather than changing anything, just keep doing it. doing more of it, right? Like, because if you started and then you stopped it,
Right.
the ball's not moving anymore, right? So I think you gotta just continue to put that out. If this is a pillar that you want, you want this
Sure.
to be a main pillar of your business, keep doing what was already working, right? I don't think there's any reason to change anything. At least that's my opinion. I just think you still got a lot more ways to go. How many leads did you get from Instagram? Do you know?
Yeah, around 3 to 4, but one was very cold. So 3.
Did you mute? I can't hear you.
No,
He
I'm-
says 3. 3 to 4.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, something happened. I couldn't hear you. Say that one more time. How many leads did you get?
3.
You've gotten 3 leads, only 3 leads out of all the videos you did?
Yes.
Okay, 3 leads, and you
And
closed
one-
one of them.
Yeah.
How much did you invest into doing all that?
Money wise,
Yeah.
time wise. Money wise, less than $500.
Okay. Think about that. You invested $500.
Yeah.
You got 3 leads, and you closed 1 out of the 3, or 3 plus the 1 you closed.
1 out of the 3. Yeah.
Okay, so this is important, right? Think like a business owner. $500 you spent divided by 3. So your cost per lead was $166 per lead. Out of those, you closed 1 deal. What are you making off of that 1 deal that you closed?
A lot.
Right?
ROI is a lot. Instagram is,
Yeah. So to me, honestly, I think you got better results than most people get that quickly. And so I would just keep doing that, man. Like that, whatever you were doing, running those ads, those should just be running every single month,
Yeah.
over and
What I
over.
was trying to say, Enrique, is I want to go bigger on Instagram instead of doing raw videos, like using my own technology. And I'm trying to hire a marketer who will shoot videos for me, and I go on Instagram. So I want to invest the money I got, put it back into the business, and see the returns. Like, is it really worth? I should just go back to my raw videos, which I was making. So
Guys, so let's talk to consumers. Those of you guys that watch Instagram videos, right? Because this is good for you, and I think it's good for everybody. We got me, there's 8 of us total, right? Those of you guys that watch Instagram videos, if the message is good, do you care if it's like a super produced video or more of a raw video? Does that make a difference to you guys?
No.
Okay. So Amaya, you just heard from all of us here that as long as the message is good, whether it's super produced, all fancy, or whether it's raw, it doesn't really matter, right? So I would encourage you just put the videos out, and because spending all kinds of money on like really good videos that maybe not a bunch of people will watch or really care about the difference, I think you might waste some money there. But
sure,
let's move on for this. Those are things for you to think about, right? Okay, we're coming up on time. Top 3 clients, guys. Who are your top 3? And what do you need to do to move them forward? This one, we're just going to be really quick. My top 3, like I'll give you an example. My top 3 is John. I got to find him the right home. My other guy is Jeff. I got to get a contractor out to his house to give him an evaluation on repairs, right? Like that's the next step. So this is just a quick little check-in, right? We don't need the whole entire story. Just boom, boom, boom. Who are my top 3 and what's the next step? Blanca, let's talk to you first.
Yeah, because I gotta go. Sorry. Vishal, we're actively searching and touring. It's just getting them in contract. Kavita, same. They're particular about the Sunnyvale, Cupertino area. We've written a couple of offers and we've just gotten beat, but they stepped up their price point. So I think it's going to happen soon. 2 listings that I have coming around that I just need to push to get signed and moving forward, but they're more towards the end, beginning of the year.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. Clear plan of attack.
Yeah.
What do we
I gotta go, guys.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're good. John, what do we got? We're coming up to the end. Just who are your top 3?
Cora, we're putting an offer on her today. If this one doesn't happen, we do have a backup property. I've got Garab is his name. He's not till December, January. He's waiting for his wife to finish her PhD and find out where her job offer is going to be. So we're just kind of touching base, and I can't move them forward until she finds out where they're living so we can pick out an area. And those are only the top two I have right now. I really don't have a third that's far enough along to put in this conversation.
Okay. Okay. So you got one that's hot, the other one's kind of warm, and we got to get back to the drawing board, back to getting in front of more people. Okay, excellent. Patrick, you got anything? Any hot ones?
Want to show you find a home within Cupertino or the Santa Clara area, closer to like Apple Park, under 2 million. Joshua, find a lower priced home because we originally were looking at 750,000 plus, but they're only qualified for 500 under. So within the Felton area, approximately at least 1,300 square feet. And then last one is Anuvrat. I have to follow up in the first week of November. They're just waiting for the lawyer to get back with them in regards to his wife's H-1B visa.
Cool. All right. Sounds good. Mark, top 3 hottest ones. What's the next step to moving forward?
So I have my one listing that's signed with Brian and Linda. The next step for them is they just got cash out of their house. So they're getting, they've got contractors who are going to start working on their property so that we can get some photography done. So it's just kind of pushing them along with contractor bids and getting work started. And then they're also looking to buy a duplex. So we're still kind of going out and testing to see what's available within their estimated budget. Then my second listing is also named Linda, and hers is in La Terrace Circle, where my last listing was there off Almaden Expressway. Same issue I had with the last one is we're dealing with the HOA just approving the work. They take forever to approve the architectural applications. Other than that, we're looking to move forward with some repairs. And then I have 2 hot buyers that I've been seeing on a regular basis, Alyssa and Ethan. And for them, it's just they have a really tight budget of $800,000. So they're on the fence of, do we buy like a 2-bedroom single family home, or do we try to find a condo or a townhouse? And so we've been exploring both options at this point.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Who else? Jonky, what do you got?
So I have one hot. I am hoping to write the offer tonight. This is an investment property in Stockton. This is my buyer that I helped them buy a house in Fremont, but they're just looking to buy an investment property, and we're going and taking a second look at the property tonight, like later this evening. So hopefully come back and write an offer on this condo in Stockton.
Okay.
And then a couple of warm ones, but I'm hoping that something pans out of those.
Okay. Sounds good. So we got one potential, just got to finalize things and write the offer. Shri, you got anything? Any your hottest ones? Next step to move forward? Maya, we'll come back to Shri.
Yeah, one hot buyer looking homes, writing offers, and planning to trying to get 2 buyers which were active before, trying to get them active again.
Okay. Let's see. We are coming up on time right now. We didn't even get a chance to go through all of these points because it's a lot of stuff, but I think what I want to close off with, guys, is I'll send you guys this document in the coaching channel, just so you guys have it in case you guys want to do this with yourself regularly. It's a cool document just to, kind of have a format of what you follow, just to kind of see where your business is at. But one thing I want you guys to take away from it is that in order to move our business forward consistently, clarity is the most important thing, right? Because sometimes it's like too many ideas, too many things you should be worried about focusing on. And so the easier that you can make your business, the more you can just simplify it and focus on a few things. That's going to be the key to success, because you'll execute those a lot better if you're just only doing a couple things. So I want you guys to think about what your rock is going to be. All of you guys gave some really good ideas on rocks. In order for you to hit that rock, you got to put that somewhere, right? Like, I'll give you an example. Like Jonky, you said about Zillow Flex, right? So if Zillow Flex is really going to be the focus, how are you going to ensure that you don't get distracted with other things, right? And so if that's the focus, you got to put that somewhere, right? Map it out on a spreadsheet, put that somewhere. write down
Mhm.
what are the next 3 or 4 steps I got to do to move this project forward, stuff like that.
Sure.
But all of you guys do the same type of thing, right? Whatever it is that you're planning to focus on for this next quarter. Mark, you have a good one about, looking at your listings, your listing process. What are you going to do to make sure that you start chipping away at that project, right? So this is where now you guys got to do this on your own time, and pick a day where you like, hey, this is where I work on this project. Or maybe I put a reminder in my calendar, hey, like for the next 6 weeks I'm focused on this, right? So that it doesn't you don't get distracted. I think that's the main thing. It's easy to get distracted and then forget about that thing we said we were going to work on, right? And then before you know it, it's next year already. Any closing questions, guys, or anything? That's all I got for you guys today. Okay. If anybody wants to stick around, I don't know, John, who said they wanted to stick around? I had a question.
I did about your listing.
Okay, stick around and then we'll chat about that, guys. But the rest of you, thanks for showing up today. Let me know if you need anything. If you need to book some one-on-one time with me, just reach out and we'll get something on the calendar.
That's good. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Later, guys.